Okay, so here we go again. I made in a previous video the Halo early reviews for the first couple episodes came in and they're not good. When I did the video, the Rotten Tomatoes score was at 60%. Now, I get it. Rotten Tomatoes, not the most reliable website of all time. But that critic score has now dropped to 59%. It went up to 63, and now it's back down to 59. And I have kind of an idea of why the critic score is so bad. I found it in a comics article. It says Halo showrunner Stephen Kane says writing team didn't look at or talk about the game. We talked about the characters and the world. That is a moronic decision. So we're just gonna get right into it. Oh, you got his, super strong feminist, pink-haired. I'm assuming that's Kelly from Blue Team. If the writers even know what Blue Team is, I doubt it. So this just repeats the title. Kane revealed the Halo's writers' room proud ignorance of Master Chief's original video game outings during a recent interview with Variety, given alongside various members of the production team and promotion of the series' upcoming premiere. Speaking with the trade outlet, he asserted, "We didn't look at the game. We didn't even talk about the game. We talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game." That's why people are interested in this IP, man. The video games. Maybe there's some book fans out there, but the main audience that you're trying to attract with the Halo name is the game players, the people who have grown up with Master Chief, the people who have played him in Halos 1 through 3. That's my favorite era of the Halo series. I'm assuming that's most people's favorite too. So continuing on, turning to the topic to Master Chief himself, the showrunner asserted, "He's everybody, right? He's you, he's me, he's a 6-year-old girl, he's a 15-year-old person in a different country, whoever's playing him in the game." No, he's Master Chief. Yes, you play the game through him. You play the game through his eyes, but he's still Master Chief. He's not a 6-year-old girl. He's not a 15-year-old person in a different country. He is John 117. He's Master Chief. And you play through him. He is his own character. You're not just assuming that you're in the body of Master Chief. "We're going to tell a story about a man discovering his own humanity," he explained. "In so doing, he's invited the audience to discover that guy's humanity too." You could argue that you did a little of that in the game. You discovered John's humanity. But you also killed a lot of crap, and you discovered a lot about different characters. It's a story. It's an overarching story that has many characters involved. But you would know that if you actually talked and played the games. I'm assuming this is Blue Team. Again, if the writers have any idea what Blue Team is. Recalling that, he wrote upon 265 drafts of the series' first 9 episodes, of which 10 total comprise of Halo's first season. Kane shared his excitement at the chance to put his own stamp on the Bungie-created universe. And there it is. That's what they're doing. It's the good Hollywood thing now. You get a popular IP, you take the name, the characters, and you inject your own dumbass woke story into it. And I say woke story because the female here at the picture below is going to be the key to everything. We're going to experience the universe through her eyes. She's going to be our human connection to the story. She is going to be the main character in the Halo show. Calling it now. There are characters that are mentioned once in the book that I was able to give a whole backstory to. I bet the books did that too, actually, if you probably read them. And other characters that were already well written that I had to just drop in. So you want to change shit. This is not, you didn't create this fucking universe. There is lore you have to stand by. And I don't give a damn if you've wrote yourself already a cop-out saying, "Oh, don't worry, this isn't canon." That is an excuse to do your own bullshit story in this already vast lore-filled world. I have to give credit to Microsoft. You can pitch them something brand new, and unless it really complicated them in terms of the canon of the values of the show, they embraced it. Who cares? You already said it's not canon, so why would they give a shit? You did this because it's too hard. It would have been too hard to write a canon-induced show. This decision to split from the story of the Halo video games was touched further upon by 343 Industries head of Halo Transmedia, Kiki Wolfkill, who told Variety early on, "We were thinking about doing something that could tie very close to the game. What we were finding was trying to verbatim stay with everything that come before wasn't serving the medium. Again, you tried to write a canon story and it was too difficult, so you wrote yourself a cop-out saying, it's not canon, don't worry." It's too hard for you to do this. Therefore, you had a built-in excuse ready to go. It also wasn't serving the creative terms and their need to express a story, build the world through their eyes. There we go. Inject your fucking politics into it. I'm assuming you're gonna write a woke ass fucking Halo story. You're just using the IP and the characters and saying it's not canon, don't worry, and you're gonna fuck it up. Speaking to the series' future, Wolfkill also teased that deeply exploring the Spartan's personal life may be something that comes in season 2 or season 3. Personally, I get it. I can understand why people think that might be cool. I don't give a shit about the Spartan's personal life. I don't care. Admitting that he never played the game prior to joining the series, executive producer and director Otto Bathurst, Robin Hood 2018, confessed, "I was nervous. How do you take a first-person shooter and expand it?" I mean, the game series has been doing that pretty successfully for a long time. There's no way I was ever going to grasp the whole thing. So there was a lot of phone a friend Bathurst. I'm just going to call him Bathurst. They were extraordinary in their acceptance of the fact that they couldn't just try to square peg round hole their 20 years of gaming history. Gaming is a completely different medium. Yes, but the only medium that you're talking about here is storytelling. That's it. That's the only thing you're talking about is storytelling. And I just keep seeing this as it was too difficult to tell the story we wanted to while keeping canon, so we didn't. Fuck it. That's what I'm reading here. Though not a member of Halo's writing staff, Cortana actor Jen Taylor, set to reprise her role as Master Chief's AI companion in the upcoming series, good choice, added that the Paramount Plus exclusive would be a new and exciting, different kind of beast. It feels familiar and different at the same time, she noted. I hope people will be excited about that. Do you want it to be exactly the way you've played it and already seen it? I'm not sure. It will be interesting to see how fans respond to that. I don't think it's going to be very good. I don't think it's the response you're going to want, Jen Taylor and showrunners. I don't think this is the response you're going to want. This is a pretty passionate fan base. And again, you bring Jen Taylor back to voice Cortana, but just because the actor had to take that fucking helmet off, you don't bring back Steve Downes to do Master Chief? One of the most iconic voices in recent video game history. You don't bring that guy back to do the voice of Master Chief just because the actor you cast had to take that helmet off. Had to see that face. Had to get in tune with his humanity. It's jumping around on me. All right. However, though the Halo writers' room seemed to reveal that the refusal to engage with the franchise source material, the same could not be said about actor Pablo Schreiber, who will star in the series as the regularly helmetless Master Chief. Jesus, how stupid that is. He said, I quickly realized I was new to this medium. I hate calling it a medium. Schreiber, I spent the first few days of my Halo experience getting killed by grunts. Fucking get good, Pablo. Sharing his experience with at the world conceived by Bungie, Schreiber marveled the richness and depth of the universe was immediately kind of mind-boggling and incredibly exciting because what it means as a storyteller is there's probably already a huge amount of preparation and groundwork. I'm in the middle of the Halo Infinite campaign right now. He concluded, I'm having a great time. I'm constantly seeing all the things that are so similar to what we are doing on the show, and that's really fun. At least the head actor has sense enough to play the fucking game, to have some semblance of what he's talking about. The Steven Spielberg produced Halo will premiere on March 24th, exclusively on Paramount Plus. Again, there's your critic score right there. I think this is going to be absolutely shit. I am going to watch at least the first episode, try to cover it, try to review it, and try not to get too angry at the fact that they're taking one of my favorite video game IPs and they're probably going to fill it full of woke bullshit and shove it down our fucking throats. I don't think this show is going to get the numbers that they think it's going to get. I think this show, I'm not going to say flop because I think the Halo name will bring in enough people to keep it interesting, but I'm not seeing this show last for very long, but I could be wrong. Hell, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe to the video. Thanks for hanging out, and we're going to talk to you later.